Everybody, it's Victor. It's time for another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. We did have a double streak counter down below. Now we're only 3 away from the Eye Tracker episode, thanks to the new strongest episode of the run, or the run of the year so far. I know my own titles, trust me. So thank you all very much for the support and blowing up that video. Here's your meme of the day. This one's the first. Brought to you by Captain BLK Sparrow on this Invictus subreddit. Title throw was cuckoo. We got the dove. Yes. Now, if you don't know what this is referring to, a couple of episodes ago, maybe last week, there was a British member of the Mosh Pit who was a little confused as to why I kept saying we got the dove at the end of every run. First off, Bravo 3 Victor November Foxtrot 2 Echo 6. Oh my God, this tears rate is just awful. We have kind of Danny's hair, I guess, and we also have the remote, or the clicker. Wow. Okay. So we're just gonna do this, huh, game? This is possibly one of the worst, if not the worst, rooms to be trapped in with a 1.98 tears rate. I mean, under the most dire circumstances will I use the clicker, and we may have to, because, wow, this is wow bad. At least if we change characters, we would receive base stats, assuming that we don't get anyone horrible. I mean, it's hard to think it's going to get worse than this, but the only thing else I could think of would be something like Tainted Lost or Tainted Jacob. But anyway. There was a British member of the Mosh Pit. She was very confused as to why I kept saying, and we got the dove anyway. She was interpreting that as dove as in D-O-V instead of dub, which is D-U-B, which is what I was referring to when I talked about we got the W. And she's British, so she didn't quite get that and was very confused as to why I was talking about a bird. Now, that is what the meme image is from the subreddit, and it took me by surprise, I'm not gonna lie. I was not expecting to see something like that. Secret room might be here. It is. Okay, well, I just wanted a soul heart game, but I'll take a loot explosion here. We also have empty heart, by the way, which would be good if we can get, if and only if we can get a soul heart and then somehow get rid of this red heart. That would essentially allow us to have a almost unlimited stream of HP upgrades after every floor, assuming we don't die in them, which is definitely a real possibility on this run here in particular. So with this amount of tears rate, man, like everything's got to be on point. And again, only under the most dire circumstances will I actually use the clicker if I absolutely have to. The upside there is that most likely we won't get a bad character. I realize I'm setting myself up for this. Most likely we won't get a bad character, and we would just get someone like Blue Baby or Kane or Judas or something like that. And that would inevitably, I believe anyway, unless they've changed it, which is always possible in Repentance at this point, we would revert to their starting stats. And we won't get their item, but we will get their starting stats with the clicker, and also their associated passives. So, like, for example, if we do end up rolling into the Lost, we would be able to get the Holy Mantle. But I think blank card, and I honestly am going to take this soul heart, as much as I don't want to right now. It pains me to, but we really need to protect ourselves from getting one shot. We have one bomb. I can't use it on the super secret room, which I know is right there. Mainly because we may actually need it for the boss. Gonna be regular Dingle. This Cornfly has ruined me. But that's the reason why I wanted to have a little bit of a buffer for our red hearts, and never mind, just kidding. Apparently I have the reflexes of a dead cat. Wow, dude, this is some unbelievable schmooving going on by this game right now. They are trying so hard to kill us. I mean, this is awful. I saw the schmoove coming. And the real bad thing is, other than our lack of HP, is that we don't have the tears rate to handle the dips that Dingle was throwing at us. Pretty much had to use that bomb just to give us a little bit of hope here. And it was definitely a little short-sighted to come in here without having the clicker, because I probably would have used it by now. We've got to control the dips here, otherwise they will be living, moving, flying projectiles whenever Dingle charges. It's a good thing we got that soul heart, because we would have absolutely been cooked here. And we get a regular old HP upgrade. What an absolute nightmare start this is. We might as well go into the curse room since we have that red heart over there. And I believe that the empty heart will give us another empty heart container as long as we get rid of one of these red heart containers. By get rid of them, I mean open or empty them. I guess I shouldn't be surprised that we get a Mega Troll Bomb out of our only chest in here. And I don't think I will be hitting the other button, because if we take 2 hits of damage, we're dead by way of Curse Room. And this is easily one of the worst starting stats that we've had in a while. Well, the stats aren't necessarily the worst. It's the situation that the game is putting me in right now that's the worst. We have movement speed to be able to get out of here. We have I can't risk going in there, going to the next floor with only 1 HP, man. I really can't. So I wish we had. I wish that we had gotten that. No, we can't take Blood Puppy. I thought about it for half a second. We just can't. We just can't. And I'm gonna get rid of Keeper's Bargain because it's just not going to help us here. We've got ourselves a struggle bus of a start already. Again, talking about just our HP, and we can forget about Devil Deals. That's not happening. Unless we can get one of these mulligans to blow up this Tinted Rock over here, which they might. Before we take Red Heart damage, then we might have a chance at a Devil Deal, maybe. But that, even then, that's kind of a stretch. Okay, they're just black flies. It's fine. Now, we could also, desperate time calls for desperate measures. We could go into the Curse Room and then at least check to see what's inside of the boss trap room. You'd love to see it. You'd love to see it. Okay. So 9 lives will put us down to 1 HP. Yep. We do not want the marbles. Even though we got some trinket buffs, which we did. We did get trinket buffs. This is not a time for us to worry about taking an entire boss trap room on with 1.98 tiers. Anytime you get anything below like 2.1 tiers, you are in for bad time. Anything below 2 and you're really, really crying at a very low rate of cry. So it's got to be, we have to be on the ball here. I just have to play better than we did on that first floor. But again, to be fair, we had received some direct counter rooms for what we've got. What we got versus what we ended up going up against. And for us not to have died, especially in that Dingle fight, was pretty miraculous. But 9 lives ensures that we're going to be able to at least take one Guppy item, or not one Guppy item, but any Devil Deal item from this Devil Deal, and then possibly get back into the Devil Deal if we have a way to off ourselves from the boss room and go back in. Actually, I take that back. We don't have to do that anymore. That's right. There's that little trick that you can do if you pick up a Devil Deal item, walk out of the Devil Deal, and then you die because you don't have enough HP to pay for it. You get resurrected back into the Devil Deal room, so you get another one. Just do it again. So, and 9 lives is that is the only window that we're getting right now from the game. And you have to be able to you have to be able to know how to recognize that. I knew that the secret room was there, but we just don't have. Again, with this one bomb, we want to hold on to it. Okay, so there's an Eternal Heart here. Now with this third bomb, we'll go into the secret room. I'm going to leave that Eternal Heart there for now, and most likely forget about it. Let's just be real. I'm going to try not to. I'm going to try my best. Really don't like most of the new sounds. I've had people express a great displeasure at the new sounds, especially the Larry Jr. sound, which I tend to agree with. Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm going to grab one of these. The reason why I'm only grabbing one is because I want to save the rest for after we get a devil deal, if we get a devil deal. Now, if I actually bung this up and throw the devil, you know what? I'm going to go fight the boss now while we still have HP. We have HP. We have 2 bombs, one for each gurgling, or maybe if I get lucky, we get one hit on the gurglings total, and we're home free. Now, another caveat is that we have to make sure that we get an actual devil deal, and not a 100% devil deal room that doesn't actually have an item. So it's 100% devil deal chance, I guess I should rephrase it to. The HP upgrade, I'm going to leave that here. There's no reason to take it right now. And we get Sulfur and a Baden, Abba Ding Dong. Definitely want both of these, and I'm just going to get rid of Blank Card because, yeah, Blank Card's going to do nothing for us. So we can take a Baden, but the thing is that it's not going to kill us, and we have no reason to come back in here either. So just going to take Abba Ding Dong. We get the Soul Hearts. Get Crackjacks. We go over here. We grab the Soul Hearts from the Angel Room. Eternal Heart, just because. And now we got Sulfur. We've got good damage, but again, our DPS is just horrible. Until we can rectify our tears rate problem. But I think there's no debate about it as far as do we stick with Blank Card, which we paid money for, and so that's a total loss of value right there. And I maintain that I think that Blank Card should spawn a tarot card when you buy one. It's just my personal opinion. But I think that you absolutely have to take Sulfur here. We don't have a tarot card to associate with Blank Card, and Sulfur is just a safe item for us to take in all respects. It makes bosses easier. If we have to end up using it against rooms that are very, very difficult, we can use it there as well. So I think that you have to go with Sulfur in this spot. And yeah, I will take the Ace of Spades. So we survived the storm of this early couple of floors here on this run. And now we're in it for the long haul. But despite all of this, remember, we still got to get tears. We did get an Empty Heart upgrade thanks to the Soul Hearts that we have. Made a huge mistake. I had to use a bomb here. Otherwise, we were going to absolutely lose a Soul Heart. Now, Ball of Tar is going to be amazing for us here. And just kind of extend the amount of time that we've got to make our shots count. So in a way, I guess you could squint and say that Ball of Tar is a shot efficiency booster as well, since it is kind of just holding down your targets in place. We have 4. We already have 4 XL rooms in here. This is getting nutty. I pretty much have to tap fire because there's just no point of even holding the fire button right now. This room was definitely a risk for us if I hadn't used Sulfur. I'm gonna try for the super secret room. It's sometimes there, sometimes it's not. I absolutely do not want to go into the big rooms without having a charge of Sulfur. It's some money here. I don't mind spending our red hearts. We got plenty of soul hearts and also 9 lives, so Got a little bit of defense, and we were going to get Pyromaniac, brother. Pyro, on the other hand, can and will help carry us for a good portion of this run, because we can heal ourselves. A world card, blank card, world card would have been nice, but here we are. Half price Soul Heart. I'm trying to apologize for that ridiculously sized mushroom explosion. I can use the world card yet. We're not going to make boss rush, so we can just forget about that. And, you know, as much as I like blank card wouldn't be able to get us out of this room this easy unless we had a death card. So I think that you just it's just a proven fact that we needed to go for sulfur here. It just makes our run way, way, way safer. At this point, like, we need immediate upgrades here. Because this is rough. And if we have to go through this entire run with a 1.98 tears rate, oh boy. Here, just look at the video length here. Well, actually, I'm not going to encourage that because I don't want people to spoil themselves. But let's just say if it's a long run, then you know something went horribly wrong or horribly right. There are times when we get really, really long victory lap runs. You have 2 or 3 for Leviathan already, so flying wouldn't be necessarily all that bad. And heal myself here because we heal off of explosions. I'm going to heal myself again because why not? Oh, I did not expect the red to turn that quickly. Golden key is golden useless here. And without us knowing where the boss room is, we can't really use sulfur in this next room unless if there's another room behind it. So there's not. This is where Ball of Tar is really going to show its worth. Absolute insane movement speed of these Globins. Thank goodness we have the damage to take care of the Globin when it's in-capped like that. I don't know where the other dingle is. There we go. You never really explore a giant room when there's a dingle that you can't see off the screen, because you know that he's tuned up and about to fire off on you. All right, so we got Fallen. Getting a second Guppy item here would be encouraging, or the Pact. We need anything that can help our tears rate. And we get Backstabber, which is a good item, but it's hard to synergize with a tears rate this bad, and we're just going to head on down. Good lord, man. I thought this was Depths 1. I'm not going to lie. All right, well, Backstabber is going to help us out DPS-wise if we can get it to proc. It's definitely going to be mega for us to for bosses for sure. Okay, well, we get a sulfur full charge there, so might as well use it whenever we can. Also, the Soul of Eve, which would be good for the boss or bosses. And who we get? We can use it to open up the secret door, the secret room, as well as the shop. Might as well. Yeah, going back to the very start of this horrific run, where I was talking about the like streak, everybody, the new strongest run of the year did indeed cross our double threshold of 35 hundo. The triple is reserved for 5K. So with accelerated, renewed interest in the like streak, you all can make it happen very sooner rather than later. I take Humbling Bundle here as it does give us 1-for-1 forever. And I am going to go back and grab Sulfur. Now there's no reason for us to not use Sulfur in the next room that we go to because we have that charge key there, so we might as well. This is just free real estate. This Tears Rage is quite bad. Have I mentioned that already? I don't think I've mentioned it enough, really. Amavicta says hello, Mosh Pit. Wishes everyone a good day here on this Wednesday. If only she knew the horrors that we are all facing right now in this run. She doesn't understand Isaac. She does not know anything about Isaac. Other than that, she thinks it's a little bit of a gross game. Which I get, you know. Isaac is kind of gross. Ed and many people on the team have a very weird obsession with feces, I would say. Regular, normal person in the world, the normies out there, look at Isaac thinking like, oh man, it's a travesty what this game is. I'm gonna use Sulfur here because Larry Jr. is kind of annoying. The new Larry Jr. sound it's not quite as bad. It's not quite up there as Lil Chubb is, but it's close. We have the Ace of Clubs, which is going to convert everything on the ground, including enemies, into bombs. Get a whole bunch of bombas right here. Gonna go back and get the Soul of Eve. Again, this is going to help accelerate our DPS against the boss. Our 1+1 payouts here from Humbling Bundle, and we get a movement speed upgrade and health. So it's again something, but we're getting all the wrong stats here. Necesito mucho Tirzo. One of the like streaks that I thought about doing, and this is kind of thinking outside the box because people, you know, again, before I get into this, I want to reiterate that you all are the boss of this channel. I'm always looking for ways to improve the channel, improve engagement, all that kind of stuff, and just the overall entertainment value of these videos. And people have expressed, more than a few people have expressed that they don't really, oh my god, we got a Tears Up. More than a few people have expressed interest in not seeing the crazy, harder, ever increasing, challenging runs, which could potentially end our win streak. But also, they much prefer the fun, wackier ones, like where we just do every item as an item, or something like the Eye Tracker episode. And I was thinking along those lines, that kind of felt a little bit liberating because I don't feel pressured as to come up with a like streak that's just really obnoxiously hard. Now that I know that of course people do like challenges. Not everyone likes an easy run. But at the same time, it's not everyone's bag. It's not everyone's cup of tea, which I get. And one of the ones I was thinking of the other day, I'll take Brittle Bones, or Bone Spur. I always say Brittle Bones there. One of the ones I was thinking the other day was the next like streak goal, if we hit it, I would have to do at least 30 days of Duolingo Spanish. And also maybe do a YouTube short series. Not like full-fledged videos, because that would just bomb the channel and the algorithm, unfortunately. But do like a YouTube Shorts daily progress or daily check-in, or like keep me accountable series where for at least 30 days, where I would go through a month of doing Duolingo Espanol and maybe see what the progress was. Siri was trying to turn on there. I don't know why. Gonna get Bookworm here, which is... Oh, no, we're gonna be 2 or 3 for Bookworm. First, the maze has been shuffling us around like we're kind of disc on a wooden board with very, very slick alleys. I don't know why this isn't counting towards the Necromancer. I guess for the Necromancer transformation, you have to hold it. For the Necronomicon. So anyway, it would be something along those lines of those types of like street goals. And I'm not saying that one's going to be the next one, because that's not what I was planning on doing. The next one's kind of out there. Should be funny. It should be fun. I hope people enjoy it. And if they don't, then like I said, it's constant state of evaluation. Gotta adapt and see what the mosh pit likes and you can't please everybody, yada yada yada. Invicta learns Spanish miniseries. I'm sure, honestly, it's probably like one of the most popular ideas that I could ever come up with. I know the Spanish mosh pit would be all for that. And I'm not exactly sure how I would film it either. I mean, I would have to do it probably on my phone. But then the app is also on my phone, unless they have a... Does Duolingo have a desktop app? Don't take the Soul of Lilith anymore here. And we're just looking for the shop game. But we're not going to find it. 18 cents, we absolutely should go into the shop. Is that the secret room? Still remains to be seen if that's the secret room or not. I don't think it is. That's an awkward spot to... I mean, that is a high percentage wall, the one that we were just in, where I checked it to the right, but don't think it's there. We have 14 bombs, so we might as well try. I thought. Okay. We don't have another room for us to get a full charge off of sulfur without buying one in the store, which is just kind of a waste of money when we can just simply do this room and not take it too casual. But with 3.03 tiers now, obviously our DPS has skyrocketed compared to what we were. It's not good, it's not great, but at least we're attacking 3 times a second now instead of 1. Ooh, we can't say no to 4.5 volt sulfur. Much as I like options as well, it just doesn't make sense for us to take it on Necropolis 1. We're not going to. We'll see. We will see one more item room on this run right here. There's a sack room though, and we do have a lover's card. But let's beat the boss first. We Mask of Infinity absolutely use the Soul of Eve on this. Notice our charge slowly going up on sulfur here, and that is just. So we get another HP upgrade, which I'm going to save because we're going to go tap the sack room, and we got a 0 payout double deal. All right. All right. Again, we're not going to make boss rush, so there's no point of even going. And our Guppulous item streak will continue here in our double deals. Get redemption. Yes, I know I could have healed off those bombs, but it doesn't really matter. We get soul hearts here. Now, you could make an argument to go to Lamb here. And I know that sounds insane. Like, it sounds like I've actually lost my mind. But hear me out. If we go to Lamb, we bypass the rest of the run. We have 4.5 volt sulfur, which almost guarantees that we're going to be able to use sulfur in every single room. And we also have 9 lives. And we also have a chance to really blow up our DPS there with those devil deals. Or we could be throwing massively. We'd be skipping depths 2, womb 1, womb 2, and shoal. Think about that for a moment. That's what, 4 floors that we'd be skipping? Is Backstabber, Sulfur, and 4.5 volt enough to win? We have 12 bombs if we needed to heal. So we don't have the Polaroid or the negative. We still would be able to do... Oh my gosh, please give me another guppy item. Please make me look like a smarty. Oh, man, but there is Abyss though. We don't have to, I don't believe anyway, we have to have the negative for a victory lap. It's just right after Lamb. So obviously we're going to take Sin Robes for the damage and for the... It's basically free. We could take Guppy's Paw. And we'll check out the new black powder as well. We overdid a little bit there, but what's so great about having Guppy's Paw there is if we do end up dying, we'll at least be able to always have a way to start with 3 soul hearts. You know, that's all I really wanted to do was just get black powder going. So now that we've got sulfur charged, we should have a good way to at least refund a good portion of that charge back in a hurry, especially when we're talking about black powder being in the mix now, dealing constant damage. Although it doesn't seem to be counting towards this 4.5 volt charge, so joke's on me, I guess. Look at that. Obviously, we don't have anything to worry about from Wrath except contact damage, so... We have explosion immunity thanks to Pyromaniac Brother. There we go. There's no reason for us to use sulfur in here. I mean, Wrath is... All 3 of them are just sitting ducks. Just a matter of beating them in the most creative way. And I tell you what, another thing that's nice about us having this here ball of tar is the fact that we are slowing enemies down while they're trying to get out of our black powder. I believe that's what Sinvicta calls a big-time play. Now, we could also theoretically get another 9 lives here, which would count for not only 9 more lives, but also count towards a second Guppy item. The HP upgrades we get, we will be also able to... Oh, thanks, game. Don't hurt yourself. We will be also able to just turn into a soul heart. What was that move there? Oh, we're too quick for you. So is it me or do the sound effects sound like they're turned down? Why does the music sound like it's so loud? Not that we need to hear really, really loud sound effects, but it feels out of balance here. I'm barely able to hear the attack from adversary. So where Ball of Tar is going to absolutely ruin Gertie Jr.'s world. Again, we are not immune to the contact damage here. It's only to the explosions, and we got absolutely tuned up in this room, way more than we ever should have. I slow there by Bolitar. No. Oh, we just have a literal double Isaac circle coming up. Now, you definitely could have argued we should have saved some of our Red Heart HP because we have Pyromaniac. We'd be able to heal that back, and that's definitely a valid point. But if we only have one Red Heart container, there's not really a whole lot of room to recover. Also, we are getting absolutely destroyed in these charging rooms here. Things that are not affected by Bolitar, we're getting plastered. Also, me trying to actually just force the use of black powder is also not helping things. So let's cut that back. I just get excited when we get black powder. It's a fun item to use, and it deals a good amount of damage. Judgment doesn't matter for us because we don't have the Polaroid. Bone Spur is helping us out a little bit. God, dude. This room. I don't know what the game has been doing in this run, but it's been really testing the limits of what we can do here. It's really, really trying hard. It's not even hiding it. The hard counter of the build that we've got. All of these rooms here. And these two are still dodging and attacking. Okay. A wretched. Trying to cut across there because they were both going to jump at the exact same angle at the exact same time, or at least so I thought. Anticipating them one shooting and one jumping. Bad, and you have ruined us up here. I had a perfect circle opportunity. I'm not talking about Maynard's band. So what we can do is we can run in, draw a circle around Lamb, and then pop Magician and Sulfur. And we don't have to worry about explosions, but we can't heal off of them either. I'm not going to try to get cute with black powder here. As soon as we upgrade to Mega Brim, then we're going to really start taking off here. Where the Magician card's really coming in handy, where we don't have to move that much in order to attack. Unlike Lamb, which can just blink across the entire planet in 1 second. We're going to get a damage buff here from Sulfur. There we go. You know what? Because we have Pyromaniac and Black Powder, even though we're already at almost 40 minutes, let's do a victory lap. Second seed, Yankee Tango 8 X-Ray, Yankee 4 8 Kilo. We do get the HP upgrade there from Empty Heart as well. So the Gambit ended up paying off with us being able to skip so many floors that kept us pretty much safe. I would argue that we were at greater danger of being exposed to all those floors with the stats that we have versus the amount of HP that we lost in the dark room, despite how many hits we took in there as well. So I'm fine with that gamble. It was definitely a gamble, but we had enough pieces where I felt comfortable enough to do it. And that's the results there. We didn't have to do 4 rooms. Now, obviously, we didn't get the Polaroid, nor did we get our Eden token refunded. But, again, I don't really care about those. Got plenty. They may be wondering, why were those fireplaces exploding? Well, it's because we got black powder. We also have Mr. Mega now, thanks to black powder. Upgrades the bomb damage. Yes, starter deck. Got a sun card. Take it. Get 2020, which did lower our damage by a little bit, but now it all but guarantees that we're going to get procs from Backstabber on every single hit that we do. Also have the 2020 Brimstone shot, which is very good. And look at that. We get a Tears upgrade. We get a heart and a half. We should get another empty heart container here. We are not, apparently. See how the Eternal Heart goes to the front of the Bone Heart, which I really dislike. Justice. But with this Temperance Machine, I think we can move it back. Yeah, there we go. So the Temperance Machine allowed us to move that Eternal Heart from being at the front of the Bone Heart to the back. The Cardio Coin here as well. We really, really, really wanted to min-max here. We could just simply use Pyromaniac, brother, to heal us back up with all these. Wait, why did that not take... Why did that take our Bone Heart, game? We have a heart, game. We just gonna ignore that now. Okay, my only guess is that they changed it to where now, unless it's always been like this, which I don't know, we were at half of a red heart, and since we're on a victory lap, it wants to charge a full heart, and since it couldn't take that from our red hearts, it decided to just cause us damage, which I don't know about that one. I'm gonna need to go for some clarification. By the way, speaking of explosions, the thing that hit me in that other episode, I don't remember if it was yesterday's episode or not, in the chest where I was like, where did that, how exactly did I take damage there? It was a mega troll bomb that just followed me that I just flat out didn't see. Piggy Bank. Piggy Bank's kind of whatever, although it's very good for having Humbling Bundle. Look at that. Look at the explosions that we get with black powder. Oh, man. Bueno, and we get a Judgment card. Oh, baby. So now we can reroll our Devil Deal here freely as long as we have enough HP. We get Sea Dizzle. I'm not going to fade Sea Dizzle. I wanted to see what that chest was. We're not going to fade Sea Dizzle. Come on now. Sea Dizzle's part of the champion team. The champions. I also don't know if Sea Dizzle actually did get any new sound effect. He may have. Super Secret Room should be here. Okay. Well, I'm going to do this out of sheer laziness because I hate navigating this room. So this would give us a little bit more buying power and also has a chance to pay out with another blood bag, which would be cool. The more movement speed, I wouldn't mind. That would help us maneuver around, even a maxed out movement speed, even though I'm not traditionally a huge fan of it. This time around, I think it would be awesome because we have black powder and we're using it so often. Remember, this money is going to be important too for our reroll, so there's multiple reasons why we're encouraged to do this here. Get to 77 cents. Diplopia, which might as well take here. I'm leaving with sulfur. I'm not leaving without sulfur. So we either use Diplopia in the shop or we use it here. I'm going to save that Tears upgrade because we made Diplopia that instead. Although if we end up, we could, I'm just going to grab Goat Head. I like my Shadow, but it's just, we're not going to utilize it here. We could give ourselves two Tears ups. And I think I'm going to do that. Plus, also, I'm going to double our reverse judgment card so we can get ourselves not one, but 2 reroll machines. And in fact, we can just go ahead and use one in here now. See if we can get Guppy, or at least attempt to get Guppy. Sorry, my shadow. Little horn's not what we want there, buddy. Sure, I will take Spectral Tears, even though we are capped on our tears rate. What a far cry it is from us to start off with what we had to now in terms of our tears rate. We still got a long way to go in terms of DPS, but I digress. Justice card. I don't know why it wasn't showing me that card on the ground, though. There's the maze. Decided to screw us out of our secret room. Whatever game, we're getting in there anyway. Wow, this is a huge floor. Oh my god. Look at the size of this floor. I mean, I can't even see the rest of the floor, and I know it's big. You're really feeling the strength of getting those extra attacks there from our tears ups. Gonna just pass on the head of Krampus, so it's gonna preserve our redemption bonus. Judgment in there. If you're wondering where that chest went to, by the way, in that previous room, it got moved because of Curse the Maze. You don't have to always get shuffled in order for your floors to get shuffled. I will take Dead Onion for the piercing and spectral tears. We also have the Soul Cane now. We can fish for the Ultra Secret Room. And with piercing shots now plus backstabbing, yeah, we're looking solid here. We just need to get some damage. That's all we really want. And that's what's the nice thing about Redemption is that we are going to be able to at least guarantee a damage upgrade every single floor because anyone know? Because we have Goat Head. Right. We can force the Devil Deal every single floor and then just simply walk out. We don't need any of the items and get ourselves a permanent damage upgrade. EFF we don't really need, but I'm going to take it anyway, just because who doesn't like a big Chad? In terms of the Ultra Secret Room, I don't know for sure. It could be off of the Challenge Room. It's the only spot that I see it being, but this is... We get 3 doors, so there's a bedroom here. And a crawl space, okay. Yeah. No reason for us to use the bed. We don't have a way of getting the getting rid of our HP, but we do find the Ultra Secret Room down here, which is great. Now I think we gotta go for it. You know I love me some Jello. No, what are you doing, you idiot? So mad. I'm mad at myself, mad at Alex, I'm mad at everybody. But mostly myself. Like, that's where it should all be mad at. Oh, Sinvicta, you idiot. Sometimes, man, sometimes my body just acts independently of my brain. I had forgotten that we had Mr. Mega Bombs. That's what I glanced over to the right to look for. And then realized only after I had placed the bombs that we don't have Mr. Mega, well, we do have Mr. Mega, but not in the traditional sense. And by then, obviously, it was too late. First Emperor card. Might as well take it now. The Red Gate. Honestly, I was expecting to do a different attack. The shot speed upgrade, which is great because we have Dead Onion. Absolutely destroys your shot speed. I say, what we've got here with the Ace of Spades is, I'm assuming that that's where most of these tarot cards are coming from. It's been doing great. Silver dollar in the maybe. I know I just got done complimenting the Ace of Spades, but having a second shop is real nice. They give us nothing but tarot cards here. Red card, world card. Yeah, we don't need black powder again, game. We're guaranteed the redemption upgrade here again. And really, it's just raw damage that we need now. We don't need any other stat. Secret room. Range that we got from Mom's Pearls are beautiful. Yeah, we can attack from a mile away here. Even with only 6.67 range, we have the illusion of good range thanks to our large in part to our shot speed. Why Leviathan would have been nice for us. We could have guaranteed Leviathan had I diplopia'd the sulfur item inside that shop, but obviously I chose not to. Still only one away from Guppy, man, but I don't know how much our HP we have left, and we're going to get a double deal after every single floor, so plenty of opportunity here, plenty of room to score Guppy. And getting these permanent upgrades here, man, we're getting so many curses for damage is fantastic. I'm gonna use Satanic Bible here. We did get Bookworm as well. Mainly reasons because A, I want the HP, and B, I want to force the Devil Deal. Devil Deal item. That paid for us to go into the curse room for half price, essentially. Rooms like this were built for sulfur. Well, sulfur was built for rooms like this. Better, more accurate way to convey that. Don't know what this is, but we'll find out. Reverse Chariot card, which we do not want. Nothing wrong with the Reverse Chariot card. It's just something that we just simply don't need. If we had Rock Bottom or something like that, then absolutely, but we don't. In the rock right meow. Lots of bombs on this run. Lots of explosions going on here. Rainbow Champion. Don't see them that often. We do get another Judgment card. I was really hoping that we were going to get a chance for that, and we get another Greed Fight. All right, so with this Judgment card at 99 cents, we have almost a surefire shot at getting Guppy here. There's really no excuse other than the game being an absolute douche to not giving us a Guppy item, our third Guppy item. That's all we want. Not asking for a lot, not asking for the world, asking for a Guppy item. I'm definitely going to use the reroll pedestal on this floor because I want to leave with the hermit card. Don't care about Death's List. Okay, this is it. This is where we're going. Now we could take D Bizzle, but I'm going for maximum chance here. So I'm sorry, D Bizzle. I'm sorry, C Dizzle, to break up the team, but going for maximum chance for Guppy here. That gives us Leviathan and a damage upgrade. There it is. Vindicated. All right. We've been sin vindicated. Ooh boy, there's gonna be a lot of angry people there if I didn't get anything out of that for sacrificing D Bizzle. Sorry, D Bizzle. C Dizzle, I know you're angry. Look, sometimes teams have to make trades, all right? It's just business. It's nothing personal, it's just business. All right? True professional will understand that we're trying to do the best for what's good for the team. Now we can use the world card. I still am fine with me taking the mark there. Just for Leviathan, even though I was pretty sure we're going to get Guppy. But it's good to just know that we had flying lockdown just in case the game decided to be really, really, really mean. Now this is a 5-room. This presents us with a very nice opportunity here. Yathame going to town. A 6-room, which I will not be partaking in. Constitutes a room that I don't feel like doing. Yeah, we definitely don't need we don't need more keys. You're absolutely sorted on keys. You certainly don't need that crappy item. Fool card up here, which is going to give us another teleport card. I'm actually going to use the Fool card. That's the reason why I was waiting for the... I'm going to use the Fool card because I'd rather have the Hermit card in the chest because it could take us straight to the boss. Could. It probably won't, but it could. There's our damage upgrade. Yeah. Unequals power is just more damage, which is exactly what we need here. Yep. Not really a reason for us to go into the curse room, but I'm going to go anyway. Kind of throwing our weight around right now. And really showing you the power, the ultra power couple that is Goathead and Redemption. Extremely, extremely powerful. Guaranteed damage ups, man, you really cannot beat that. Super Secret Room is probably in that Judgment Room, but again, I don't think we need it. Now, because we have the silver dollar, we still get a shop. Going to get shops for this floor and the next. So we're not done with shops yet. This is going to lower our raw damage slightly, but a huge deal. 10.07 damage is certainly nothing to be really proud about, but remember where we started on this run. It was a struggle bus that almost killed us multiple times. And now we're looking at a situation where we are absolutely destroying this run. All the loss can help us save a little bit of HP on a devil deal, assuming that we don't want the redemption bonus. We're way too quick for you now, Infamies. Too quick and nimble. Reminds me of the DK rap. He's quick and nimble and quick and nimble. I remember first hearing the DK rap, thinking it was absolutely amazing that we have voices, actual human voices in a video game. And at the time, we were like, man, this is it. This is the peak, the pinnacle of technology. It can't get any better than this. I know we're not using sulfur anymore, but we don't really need to use sulfur, just mainly because we have the piercing and backstabbing shots. I forgot about the shop, you idiot. We're on autopilot. Oh my gosh, the bungles continue. I'm not talking about the Cincinnati ones. Which, yes, those of you who are following the Mosh Pit Fantasy League, yes. I am totally screwed this season because my whole team revolved around having the combo of T. Higgins and Joe Burrow, and now I am not going to have that for at least 3 months, probably the rest of the season. Because the Bengals are going to be so bad that there's going to be no reason to even try to put Joe Burrow in. And knowing what I know about the Cincinnati Bengals management, they are not going to give him any sort of firepower to try to get like a better contract. I think his contract's up in 2 years or something like that. They're going to try to save him for a run. Mystery gift. We find the secret room. Might be there. Yeah, it was not a good fantasy week for your boy. Eric Henry did absolutely nothing. Josh Allen was hurt for a couple plays, which really scared me because he went down almost the exact same time, at least that I saw anyway, that Joe Burrow went down. And those are two of my quarterbacks in my 3 fantasy teams. The other fantasy quarterback I've got is Aaron Rodgers, which honestly he's been doing okay. He didn't have a great game on Sunday, but it was okay. Just look for the secret room game. Here? No way. Already tried that. Well, the ultra secret room is there. I'm going to find this regular secret room. Reverse death card, which is not going to do anything for us. Could be to the left of the shop, but I would be very surprised. Be left of here? If it's not in if it's not in that spot, it has to be in an elbow then. That's the only other place that makes sense. I've already tried here, correct? Try here. I know this video is already over an hour long, but look, I'm not leaving this floor until I find the secret room. Ah, there. The last place that we could have possibly looked. And we get Sacred Orb. Oh my goodness. Well, I'd say that was worth it. Sacred Orb is essentially just going to remove all low-tier items out of the game. Easiest way to explain it. And we still have our Soul of the Lost that we can use for the Devil Deal if it's something that we really truly want, but don't want to spend the HP for. That's not going to be either one of these. Rather have the damage. Curse of Blind doesn't really matter. We get another 0.43 damage upgrade, which I love. This combo of Goathead and Redemption has taken us from the doldrums of bad damage land to double-digit damage. Room to spare. Gotta love those piercing shots along with Backstabber. Priestess doesn't really matter. And I'm also glad we got to show off the new black powder too. It's a great item. You just have to be careful of the explosions from the fireplaces, obviously. But if you have something like Pyromaniac, then not only are you immune to fire, but you're also immune to the explosions, and you're also healing. I don't know if you knew that or not. On the wrong way. We go south. I don't remember. I think we did. No. And a rock right here. Let me know. Let me know about those more sort of fun-themed, fun-themed like streak goals. Like the Duolingo one, for example. I think that some people might get a little bit of a kick out of that. I would probably only if I'm gonna keep it to a shorts series, a daily short series, then I think that it would just be me doing like one lesson at a time. I don't know how. I've never done Duolingo, so I have no clue how difficult it is. Or even if an idiot like me can do it, which probably can't. Okay, I'm not an idiot. I know. Shouldn't be talking down on myself. People have gotten on to me for that, for being too mean to myself. I apologize. Just Pyromaniac again. In range, and we definitely don't need Amylacria, but I'm gonna take it because of sulfur. And only because of sulfur, by the way. Now, if you've never seen Amylacria Brimstone before, oh boy, you're in for a treat. Yep. Every single tier makes a Brimstone beam for full duration. My God. My God. Oh, no, not quite. Purity. Purity's going to give us a range upgrade, which we definitely do not need. Our range is already pretty nutty now. Hermit card. Another Hermit card. Hierophant. Might as well use it.
The Hierophant.
First Hierophant. I'm not going to use that. And a Sun card. Nice. So what a run. What a run it was, everybody. We ended up getting Guppy. We ended up doing a pretty insane play, but it was a calculated gamble, and it definitely paid off for us. Saving all that HP and time of doing those 4 rooms. All right, we're at an hour and 8 minutes. What's another 15 minutes? Oh, now I'm feeling good. Feeling good. It's Wednesday. Middle of the week, halfway home to the weekend, but not quite. There's something to be said about the routine of weekdays that I like. Now we got the stream. It's first night on the Twitch stream again. The last night's YouTube stream. We have now we did, thanks to the Twitch Mosh Pit, mostly Namiko, but thanks to the Twitch Mosh Pit, we did hit the cooking stream. So I will be doing a cooking stream. I was supposed to do it on Sunday, but then things happened and I couldn't. So I will be doing a cooking stream this week on Twitch. If you wanted to learn how to make Mama Victa's chicken and noodle recipes. Chicken noodle recipe, then stay tuned for that. And we will also be doing a pseudo subathon next week. Probably starting on Monday, I'm guessing. Maybe Wednesday. Tuesday is kind of a weird day to do it, but I also don't want to do it on Sunday because it's really my only day off. If we're going to do a subathon, I may be streaming for multiple days. I mean, the last time I did a subathon, an actual subathon, the only time I've done a subathon, was on my birthday 2 years ago, and that lasted 19 days. Mosh pit's crazy, man. Crazy, and I'm also crazy happy that I have such a community, and thankful. Crazy thankful. People still allow me to do this for a profession, as a job. I couldn't be happier. No, whether numbers go up or down, I'm still very, very keen on doing this every day. The greatest job I've ever had by far. And to have the mosh pit is just a bonus, honestly. There's creators that are 20 times bigger than I am that don't have the community that we do here, and I'm very, very proud of that. What's this? Temperance machine? We don't need you. Temperance. Take the day off. Oh, we've successfully gone to almost every single door we could have without finding delirium. So now we're just trying to complete the meme. This has got to be it. Oh, there you go. He did it. He did it. The absolute mad lad did it. And what's ironic is that this was the first direction I was thinking about going at the beginning of this level. But Brimstone Haemolacria is just going to absolutely ruin Delirium's day. And it's only going to get worse whenever we convert it to Mega. Here we go. Yep. 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 So damage is going to increase. The amount of damage we're dealing increases, which means the amount of charges we get back on sulfur increases, which means we get more damage, which means that faster it recharges, etc., etc. It's like a nuclear meltdown, as described by Chernobyl, one of my top 3 favorite TV docudramas ever. I guess docudrama as well. So either way, man, what a run. What a good way to start the midweek here, everyone. Thank you for liking. Thank you for commenting and subscribing as well. And don't forget to check out make sure you check out your restricted mode, see if it's toggled on or not. It's very easy to do so. Just click on your avatar up in the top right. Or if you're on mobile, then just go to your channel and check out your settings there. And then turn off restricted mode just in case you haven't been seeing the videos. Again, people are still saying it's happening. Who freaking knows, man? I'm just trying to help out and make sure that people don't miss these every single day. So thank you very much, Mosh Pit, for you being you. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Loanna Z, Wyatt Sipes, and Greg Davis. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find over at patreon.com/Invicta.